You may have seen some of our past videos where we were building wooden raised beds for our garden. Vegega saw some of those videos and they reached out to ask if I'd be interested in trying one of their metal raised beds. Sounded like a great opportunity. So they sent us one free of charge just for us doing the review on them. Anyway, there'll be a link in the description if you want to go check them out. Let's get it opened up. Everything was packaged really, really well. No shipping damage whatsoever. There's a really nice finish on these parts. It comes with a protective coating on each part. That was fun. Now let's get this thing put together, following the very simple instructions. All right, I don't have this completely put together yet. I've only put, two of the screws in each little area there. I've still got to come back and add a lot more and add the bracing in. But one of the coolest things I like about this so far is the flexibility. It's in a 4x8 configuration right now, and just by repositioning some of the panels, you could make it a 10x1 really easily. And you could make it a little more square if you wanted to. I don't know really what the purpose of that would be. For me, being able to reach over and get to the middle of it's just about right. To me, the 4 foot is just about as wide as you would want it. If you go any wider than that, you're going to have trouble reaching into the interior of the bed to pull weeds out or to plant stuff. But overall, the configurations options is great, because if you're doing this with wood, you're not going to have that flexibility. You have to try to pull stuff apart, and you can't uncut something. You could cut it smaller, I guess. But anyway, this thing looks huge compared to the wood ones that we built. The wood ones we're using 6-foot boards, fence boards, so they're 6 foot by 3 foot. This 8x4 just seems huge already. And I really like this little rubberized coating cover. Not sure what you would call it, but it goes, it's going to block it so you're not catching your skin on the little parts there. They're just a little bit sharp. They're not too sharp, but they are sharp enough that you could tear your skin on it. So these little rubberized coatings are going to be nice to keep that from happening. And I've got the bracing installed here. That should definitely keep it from bowing out. We start out with a layer of landscape fabric. Then we add a layer of cardboard. Then we add a layer of thicker tree limbs. Then we'll add in a small amount of material from the burn pile. This is only ash that was from limbs and brush, not any trash or anything. Now we'll add some hay from a bale that's a few years old. This will help a lot with moisture retention. And finally, we'll make a run to the big box store and get some bags of compost and topsoil. We'll mix it together and get our topsoil layer. I think we used about 10 bags of each. And now it's time to start planting. So we just got through our first growing season with the Vegega metal raised bed. Had really good success with it so far. You can see we got quite a few tomatoes. They're not red yet, but they're still growing. We got some mustard greens. We had a ton of okra. I'm the only one that eats okra, but still we've got a ton of it. And just the other day we had some fried okra and stuffed bell peppers, all from the garden. I don't know if you call that farm to table or garden to table or whatever. But so far this bed has worked out great. Like I mentioned when we first got it, I love the flexibility, how you could make it square if you wanted. You can make it rectangle. You can make it even narrower and longer if you wanted to go that route, just by rearranging the panels. I think that's a great idea. And these are going to last so much longer than the wood ones we made. I mean, I'm already seeing some of the wood ones are starting to bow out in the middle. We've got the little brace in this one that keeps the sides from bowing out. Overall, couldn't be happier with this. If you'd like to get one for yourself, check out the link in the description. Get you a discount. And if you've used one of these before, I'd love to hear how it's worked out for you. Thanks, guys. You'll have a great day.